I want to bring in Scott Bolden. He's the former chairman of the Washington, D.C. Democratic Party. We also have Matt Schlapp, the former political director for President George W. Bush. Okay, I want to know what you both think about Ben Carson, because this is, HUD certainly is part of that social safety net, especially when you're talking about poor Americans. And we've heard rhetoric from Ben Carson where he says that some of these safety net parts of it breed dependency. So with that in mind, is there anything that you think is going to really structurally change with him being in charge?
I think Donald Trump will want it to, and I think he will want it to also. He's a good diversity pick, but unlike when he was being considered for the Secretary of Health and Human Services, he has absolutely no experience. What he doesn't know, he doesn't know. Others will be making those decisions, but I do think it's an important pick because poor people, whether it's rural or in urban America, are going to need some changes. There'll be conservative changes, jobs, job training, entrepreneurship, and self-independence and self-help. We'll see, but that electorate will be important because that electorate was a big part of getting Donald Trump elected.
Do you think he has no experience, Matt?
Here's what I think is, look, the Republicans, we're the small government party, so all of our rhetoric is always going to be about shrinking the size of government, shrinking taxes, getting people off these government programs. So that's going to go with all Republicans. For Ben Carson, I think he understands, because he grew up in these desperate circumstances, that people need to find a way out when they're trapped in poverty. And what we've seen over the last 8 years with President Obama's time is these poverty statistics have actually gotten worse. I actually think he's the right guy for it. It needs a lot of innovation. It is a very tough job. I've worked with HUD secretaries in the past. This is not an easy job.
Yeah. Why is that not experience? Having some firsthand knowledge of growing up in the circumstances of people that your department is supposed to be assisting.
It's far more complicated than that. And by the way, poverty statistics went down 3 or 4 percentage points under the Obama administration.
No.
Those are facts. Those are from the government statistics. But it's not enough
Why do you say that's not true?
Because it's not true. Every statistic that you look at on poverty actually got worse over the course of President Obama's time. It's true at the end of the Bush administration as well.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to fact check that. I'm going to put that out on Twitter.
Do.
Okay, stay tuned for that.
Please
all right.
do. But just having knowledge or being in a poor circumstance simply isn't enough. Department of HUD, Housing and Urban Development, is really complex issues. It's tax issues. It's working with developers. It's increasing housing and opportunities, not only in urban America, but in the surrounding areas. They also give tax breaks to very wealthy developers to develop affordable income housing, and can really be the big stick in enforcing that, as opposed to gentrification, which we're seeing in urban America now.
Let's talk about confirmation. A couple minutes left here. I want to see what you guys think about this. The confirmation process, now with that nuclear option that Democrats exercise, Republicans are at liberty to only have a simple majority on a lot of these confirmations. General Mattis, for Defense Secretary, needs a waiver. That is a different thing. So what is that going to look like, are you expecting?
Yeah, so the last time this waiver was overridden was when George Marshall was brought in to the administration after serving so ably in the military.
Long time ago.
General Flynn, who's the incoming National Security Advisor, would have also needed a waiver.
Doesn't need to be confirmed.
Doesn't need it for now, but it's interesting. He was kind of pushed out of the Obama administration. General Mattis was forced to retire early from the Obama administration. He will need the waiver, which he's going to need a supermajority in the Senate to get, and then he'll just need a simple majority.
Will he get it? Do you think that he's going? Okay, you think he's going to get it, but Democrats can delay this. What do you think?
I think
do they
can.
Want to?
I think there's a reason why this rule is in place. They want civilians running the Defense Department and being over our military. That's an important concept, and I think you're going to see even some Republicans who are going to have real tough questions for whether they're going to vote for the waiver.
But he is a civilian.
But a number of them are okay with Mattis, and they are certainly less okay with a number of other Trump nominees. Why not save the fight for those?
Maybe, but his appointments for the military and the defense have been far more qualified than for the other positions so far.
Oh, these appointments are great. I'm telling you, I don't see a confirmation problem yet.
All right, we will see.
It's easy to say with the Republicans in control.
There's going to be interesting either way, even if there's no quote-unquote problems. All right, Scott Bolden, Matt Schlapp, thank you both so much.
Thanks,
I do
Brianna.
appreciate it.